Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about I2C and how simple it could be to use if there's an example available in the Arduino library. Now to do that, I have this LCD. This LCD is commonly known as the 2004 LCD on the usual suspects, eBay, Banggood, AliExpress, whatever. And you'll see that there's a lot of pins on this device, like a lot of pins. And so it might be a little bit daunting to get started with. Well, I'll tell you that there is an example for just this LCD, and you can plug this into your Arduino directly, load up the example, and start playing with it. But what if you don't want to have this many pins? What if you want to run this off a little Arduino that has barely any pins, like the DigiSpark? Well, this thing is about $4 American at the time of this recording. And this thing in the back, it's a little I2C backpack, which just solders right onto these pins, takes all of these pins and converts them down to 4. That's the beauty of I2C. You only need 4 pins to drive multiple devices. So this one here is an extra $1. So actually I think you can even get the combo of the LCD and this I2C backpack thing for 50 cents more than just the LCD itself. So to show how easy this is when you have examples available, I will just plug this up. We'll go to the computer, use a little bit of example code. We won't really write code, it's not necessary. And then we'll get it going just to inspire you guys to try the same. So here I have an Arduino Uno, although this one is a knockoff. It's perfectly fine to use the knockoffs. If you want to support the Arduino Foundation, buy one original one, but the rest should probably be knockoffs if you're just trying to do a volume of projects. They do get a bit expensive if it's not a knockoff. So the pins we need here are the power. So we need 5 volts and ground. We have that over here. So I'm going to use 5 volts will be this red wire. Plug that into the 5 volts there. Just make sure it's the correct one. Yep. And ground, I'll use this gray wire. Ground is right next to the 5 volts. Okay, and I'll come back here and I'll plug in 5 volts. I don't know if you can tell, but it says VCC on the second pin from the top there. There's VCC. And then ground, this guy up here. Now, there's just SDA and SCL. SDA is the top one here, and SCL is on the bottom. We'll take this blue wire for no reason other than convention. We'll go SDA, this one here, and plug that into SDA. On the Uno or the Uno clones, SDA is the second one from the left over here. So SDA, and then SCL, last one we need, and plug that in SCL. And that's it. Only 4 wires required to run this LCD. Now, the beauty of this is you can actually drive multiple chips with just these 4 wires. If you'll notice on the back here, I wrote a 3F on the chip. This is the address of this I2C device. So that means when you use I2C, you need to set an address. And this one here, I wrote 3F because the Chinese resellers aren't that great at telling you what address they're supposed to be, but we have a solution for that too. So let's head over to the computer and see what kind of code we need. So here I have the default sketch open for Arduino. And I'll just go Tools. We have to add, like I said, the Liquid Crystal I2C. So you go Tools, Manage Libraries, and then you search for Liquid Crystal I2C, and then scroll down, and the one I used is this one here, Liquid Crystal I2C by Frank D. Brabander. So this is already installed. If it wasn't installed, when you hover over it, it just shows a little install here. So you install this, and then we need something called I2C detect. and this one here by Mike Kauser. So just install those two, and then you can safely close this. Now that we have them installed, you can go File, Examples, I2C Detect, and then you go I2C Detect. So here's a bunch of code that allows you to figure out what the address of a connected I2C device is. We will need that address. Okay, so this here is for an Uno. You just need to plug your Uno into your computer and then upload this sketch. So I'm going to make sure, I think COM3 is the proper COM. I am using a Arduino Uno, and this is the default programmer. So let's upload this. So it compiles, it should upload. Done uploading. Okay, now let's go, it's up here, serial monitor. And this should be rolling. There we go. So it shows me that I do have a device plugged in, and the address is 3F. Okay, so let's keep 3F in mind when we're programming the LCD. So now we can go up here, go Examples, and down here we have Liquid Crystal I2C, the very bottom of your screen there. Let's just go Hello World. So we're going to open this Hello World sketch. And this is very, very simple sketch. We just need to set our address. So you see up here in the comments, it says set LCD address to 0x27, but we know ours is 3F. So we're going to change this 27 to 3F. Then also, we know that our screen is 20 by 4. For some reason this says it's 16 by 2, but it's actually 20 by 4, so we're just going to change that 20 by 4, like that. And we should just be able to upload this, and it should simply work. So I'm going to upload this. So it's compiling, now it's uploading, done uploading. Let's head back to the bench and see if this worked. And here we are back on the bench. I have my Arduino with USB plugged in, and I have my LCD. Now let's just see if this works. So I'm just going to plug it in off screen here. Okay, oh, LCD is doing something. And there we go, Hello World. YW Robot Arduino, Arduino LCM I2C 2004, powered by EC Yuan. So there we go. So we just did the basics that we needed to get this going. Let's see how hard it would be to change this text now. So let's head back to the computer, and we'll try to code in a little bit of our own text. And this is just to show you that if you only needed, let's just say, a display, you only needed something to show up some words, then this example is all you need to use. So let's give that a shot. Okay, now we're back where we left off, and let's take a look at this little piece of code here. This is literally all that it is to print something on the screen. So if you remember, the top row said Hello World. So I'm guessing row, this here would be the row, and also Hello World was spaced out a little bit from the left. So I'm guessing this is sets the cursor where it's going to start writing 4 spots to the right from the left. So this should be row and this should be column, and don't forget 0 counts as the first one. So let's do a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. So I'm going to replace the Hello World right here with youtube.com. Yep, youtube.com. That's right. Now youtube.com, if I count the letters here, is 11. So I probably want to space it out. There's 20 characters. I want to put it centered-ish, so I guess I will put it on row, column 4. That'll give me, yeah, either 4 or 3. So So I'm actually just spacing it out a little bit from the side. Actually, you know what? We'll get this started. We'll put it all the way to the left. Okay, now I can put my URL /simple electronics, because it's youtube.com/simple electronics. And this one here, we're going to try to space it all the way to the right, and I believe, I'm just counting here, I think that's 18 characters. So if I put it at space 1, that makes sense? No, 2. That should be all the way to the right. We'll leave this one blank. We don't need to write anything in there. And here we're going to write, please subscribe. Okay, so I think, and oh yeah, I want to kind of space this, so I think this one, please subscribe, is 16. So I'll go 1 and on row 3. So I should have youtube.com all the way to the left on the top row. Then I'll have /simple electronics, because that's my URL, youtube.com /simple electronics, on the second row, and space 3 from the left. Then on the third row, nothing. And then on the fourth row, 1 from the left, please subscribe. So let's upload this. So uploading. Done uploading. Okay, let's head out to the bench and see if this worked. We are back at the bench now, and again, Arduino with USB and LCD. We're just going to make sure that our software was written properly and everything works, and that should show you how simple it is. It's plugged in here, LCD's turning on. What the? youtube.com/pile of stuff? That's not what we put in at all. I guess something went wrong. But since you're here, you might as well check this guy out. Maybe his videos are pretty good too, but let me see if I can fix this code to say my own URL. Alright, take 2, same Arduino, same LCD. I think what happened is I was programming my Arduino on a literal pile of stuff and it picked up his URL by accident. So let's see. Plugging this in, and there we go, youtube.com/simple electronics. Much better. Although you should probably check out Pile of Stuff. His content's really good too. But I hope this is enough to at least get you going. It's not scary. As soon as I found out what the address of this little chip was, I wrote it down on the back with a metallic marker. And you should probably do the same, because this address will not change. Some of them, they do have little jumpers where you can switch it from one to another. But basically, as long as it has a unique address, as in not the same address as another chip connected to the same Arduino, you can chain a whole bunch of these I2C devices and communicate with them all at once. So it's really worth a play. And I think this will build up to a much bigger project. We're going to do little things, one step at a time, combine them all in the end to make some cool project. Thanks for watching.